call this meeting of the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders to order. Please rise for a moment of silence. Dennis, salute to the flag, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-10, has been complied with and shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting.
Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Belante.
Here.
Freeholder Delina. Freeholder Polos. Freeholder Rios.
Here.
Freeholder Scott.
Here.
Freeholder Valenti.
Here.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Here. Proclamations.
We have one this evening recognizing December 21st, 2010 as Homeless Persons Memorial Day in Middlesex County, and the following commemorative resolution recognizing Theodore Surek of the Borough of Carteret as he has been named the 2010 Person of the Year by the Public Works Association of New Jersey Region 5.
I need a motion on that resolution.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Freeholder Barrett Belante, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Boy, that's
Freeholder
confusing.
Barrett Belante.
Yes,
I got it right, though.
you did. That was very good.
Freeholder Rios.
Yes.
Freeholder Scott.
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes. Correspondence.
Each freeholder has been provided with a list of correspondence received by the clerk's office since our last meeting. This correspondence will be kept on file in the office of the clerk of the board for reference.
I need a motion to accept the correspondence.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. I need a motion to accept the minutes of the November 22nd and December 2nd Freeholder meetings.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Reports of freeholders. Freeholder Carol Barrett Belante.
Thank you, Director. Tonight is our last televised meeting, and I would like to take the opportunity tonight, only because I'm very sad and glad at the same time that my dear friend Millie Scott, this will be our last meeting, except for our wrap-up meeting as a freeholder. As you all know, she'll be sworn in January 1st as sheriff, and although it's sad for us, sad for me, to lose you, we'll still have you. Millie and I have been friends and co-workers over 30 years, and I believe I know her. She's a dear friend of mine, honest, hardworking, and just a nice person. Her and her family have become like family to me. And Millie, from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the success that you deserve. And I know that you'll be doing a great job over in the sheriff's office. But it is sad for me. I guess I'll have to go over there and take you to lunch. I'll make those phone calls. Let's do lunch, right?
We'll do that.
And everyone else, I want to wish everyone a very happy holiday season, healthy holidays, and a healthy and happy new year. Thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder. I understand Freeholder Polis is running late, so we'll hold his presentation to the end. So, Deputy Director Ron Rios.
I, too, would like to say some comments on my colleague, my friend. I've gotten to know Millie. I just got to know Millie in the last 3 years, let's say. And it has been my distinct honor to become friends with her because she's been such a great public servant through her many years of service to Middlesex County, whether it be in the Sheriff's Office, and as a council member in Piscataway and as a freeholder. And she's always been a hardworking individual, always has put family first, and she's always worked with compassion and dedication. It's a bittersweet day for me because we're going to be losing her on the freeholder board, but it's a giant step for Middlesex County when we get her as a sheriff now. She's first, she's made many firsts, as Freeholder Director Rafano has made comments in the past year. And I'm proud to say that I've served with her, and I thank her for her friendship and her dedication and her service to Middlesex County. I wish you nothing but the best and look forward to working with you together as sheriff. And congratulations on your position that you will hold.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
On my report, I would like to just mention a few things. January 18th will be the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Crabiel Hall for Middlesex County College. It'll be a great day. It's on target. Everything's on target, and it's going to be a beautiful facility for our students for next year. Tonight's agenda, I'm pleased to announce and like to recognize also Mayor Bob Cedar from Middlesex. If you would please stand, Mayor. We are about to, I'm sorry? I'm sure?
Sure.
Sure, I'm sorry. We are about to vote tonight on a resolution to do a shared service agreement with the Borough of Middlesex for our public health department, where they will come under our health department, which will bring our department that we serve 22 municipalities throughout the county out of 25. And this is due to a lot of hard work between the mayor and our health department and various people within our health department as well, and people from Middlesex, to make this a reality where it will save money for everyone involved. I attended this past week a drug court that we had here. We had 22 graduates from the drug court, and it really was an inspiring graduation where we saw the graduates that have been clean from drugs, drug-free, alcohol-free, and they've made a change in their life. And that's due in part to the drug court and all the judges that have been involved in the program, probation officers, where it made a positive impact on people's lives, and they've made a 180-degree turn in a positive way. And I also would like to wish everyone a happy holiday throughout the year and a prosperous and healthy new year. And that concludes my report, Director.
Thank you, Deputy Director. Freeholder Millie Scott.
Thank you, Freeholder Director. Now, this evening, I'm pleased to announce that the Borough of Middlesex and Denellen have voted to designate Middlesex County Fire Marshal's Office as the enforcing agency for the Uniform Fire Safety Act and fire code regulations in their towns. They're the first two municipalities to participate in this cost savings program that will offer quality service and increase efficiency. And on tonight's resolutions 10-2142 and 10-2143 will authorize the agreements with these municipalities beginning on January 1st. And by entering into this shared service program, each participating municipality will have efficient fire code enforcement at no cost to them. This results in a reduced cost for our taxpayers. And I look forward to welcome other municipalities to be part of the shared service program. And I want to thank Middlesex County Fire Marshal Michael Gallagher and Middlesex County Shared Service Coordinator Mark Boyler and our partners in Middlesex and Denellen for their hard work and cooperation in serving our residents. You know, it's a bittersweet for me here tonight, too. But it's been an honor and a privilege to serve as freeholder in Middlesex County. And I could not have asked for a better board of my freeholder colleagues that always put our residents before anything else, making sure things are cost-effective, looking for ways to save money, looking for ways to improve the quality of life for our residents in Middlesex County. And to them, my freeholder colleagues, to the business administrator, to our clerk, Margaret Pemberton, and to our counselor, Mr. Kelso, and to our department heads. It has been an honor and it has been a privilege. And to all the employees of Middlesex County, it definitely has been an honor and a privilege to sit on this board of chosen freeholders. However, it's bittersweet, and the sweet part is that I am becoming the sheriff of Middlesex County. And it definitely is an honor and a privilege for me to serve in that capacity also. And even though I'm leaving here as a freeholder board, I want to say I'm just down the street. I'm just down the street and only an earplug away. So I will be here, and I'm looking forward to working with you as the next sheriff in Middlesex County. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Valente?
Thank you, Freeholder Director. First of all, I simply want to make an announcement that on December 21st at 5 p.m. is a Homeless Memorial Day event, which will be observed at the Perth Amboy train station on the southbound side. And there will be a candlelight vigil in honor of two homeless people that have worked very hard toward this end, and they are George Berry and Frank Coury, who did speak up on behalf of the homeless in around Middlesex County. We had a HASAC meeting yesterday where the HASAC, that's the Human Services Advisory Council, voted on approval of 211 support grant recommendations. We are aware, because I'm chair of that group, of the short budget that we have and the lack of abundant state money that's going to come into the county. So we have kept at the levels that we were funded this past year, 2010, with one exception. But we're realistic, and we realize that we might even lose some of these. There are a lot of needy people in this county. There's a lot of hungry people in this county. The amount of hunger, judging from our food pantries and what goes out, and I want to make sure that everyone here realizes that anybody that knocks on the door gets food. We go through a procedure insofar as families are involved and so forth to make sure that these people are bona fide. So there's no danger that somebody's impersonating a homeless or a hungry person. This has been it's documented, and a place like Elijah's Promise, which is around the corner here in New Brunswick, they have tripled the number of meals that they're serving, and so the need for food is incredible. So during the holidays, when we are all celebrating our good fortune, let's think of those that are less fortunate and that sometimes they don't know where their next meal will come from or where they're going to find shelter. So as I said, let's keep them in mind. Now, let me go and say a few words about Millie. Millie, I too, like the other freeholders, have the greatest respect and admiration for you. You are really, you have been a great freeholder and friend. You're a colleague, and you have tremendous leadership. And I thank the voters of Middlesex County for having the good sense to have voted you in. We are happy for you, and we're sorry that we're going to lose you here. But you know, we're only a phone call away, and hopefully we'll get to see a lot of you in less stressing events. But don't forget that we have children in Middlesex County that are in detention, that there's a lot of problems, and that we have to really work hard, all of us, to make sure that we don't lose these youngsters. And I know that you have the heart to deal with them, and we will be helpful. So again, congratulations, farewell, and enjoy your sheriff days to the rest of the freeholders, as well as the entire public that is here tonight. I too want to wish you a very happy holiday season with a lot of tranquility, joy, and happiness. Thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder. I will now give my report. First, I'd like to start with a statement that I'd like to read. Over the past few months, this board has been working closely with Carteret, Perth Amboy, and Woodbridge in understanding a proposal put forth by Liberty Natural Gas to construct and route a natural gas pipeline through parts of these municipalities. The location of this pipeline, as currently proposed, directly impacts the health and safety of many of our residents. Although the county has no direct jurisdiction over the approval of or location for the proposed pipeline, these municipalities do have the authority to impact such decisions. Therefore, we continue to work closely with these communities to address their and our concerns. Perth Amboy has met with and will continue to meet with Liberty Natural Gas to address all potential issues. Since these discussions are currently going on, I am recommending to the board that we void resolution number 10-2178. We will continue to closely monitor this proposal to ensure the well-being and safety of our residents are addressed. Now, I too would like to comment about Freeholder Scott. And Deputy Director alluded to it before. I used to introduce Freeholder Scott, who, by the way, is just an outstanding freeholder and a terrific woman. I used to call her the freeholder of firsts. Many people don't realize this, but she was one of the first females to attend the police academy. She was the first African-American freeholder here in Middlesex County, first female sheriff in the history of Middlesex County, and the first African-American female sheriff in the history of the state of New Jersey. So that's really, really quite commendable. And you know, in the time that you've been here, Millie, you have been a terrific freeholder. You've done so much. And more importantly, above all else, I consider you a close friend.
Thank you.
Good luck. I'm sure we're going to be talking to you, especially during the budget time.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure and an honor to serve with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Kelso. Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. Let's do your presentation. This is on behalf of Freeholder Paulos.
Thank you, Freeholder Director. What I wanted to report on tonight is some progress on a new source of revenue for the county and specifically for the Department of Transportation. Back in 2009, the state of New Jersey made a decision to take its Medicaid non-emergency transportation program and to contract out the eligibility, reservations, and transportation contracting functions with a company, Logisticare, Inc. This new program approach would replace what has been done traditionally by boards of social services across the state. And in October of 2010, Middlesex County transferred those functions over to Logisticare. And at that time, the Middlesex County Department of Transportation became the first county transportation organization to actually contract for service through a transportation broker. The purpose of this is really to make use of existing vehicle transportation to be able to generate revenues from empty seats. And our operational approach has been to do just that, to operate service without actually adding any vehicles or drivers. And the results of this, after a slow start in the first month of October, we are now carrying approximately 400 passenger trips a month. We anticipate for the month of December that figure will be closer to 600, and we're having discussions with Logisticare on a further expansion after the first of the year. And this has resulted in currently about $3,000 per month to the system. We anticipate that will continue to grow, and we think that this is an opportunity to make use of our existing resources and provide transportation more effectively. So with that, any questions? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Kelso.
Yes, Freeholder Director, we have no resolutions to be amended. However, we do have one resolution that's proposed for addition, and that would be to authorize the purchase of turnout gear and protective clothing required by the Middlesex County Fire Marshal's Office in a total amount of $79,950 from First Due Emergency Supply in accordance with New Jersey Contract Number 76373, which expires on March 31st, 2012. This is being paid through grant funds. And to add that, we would need a roll call vote.
Okay, I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rio, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Belmonte,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios.
Yes.
Freeholder Scott.
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti,
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes.
And that'll be Resolution 10-2217. There are no resolutions to be held, and there are two resolutions to be voided. The first is located on page 11, which is Resolution 10-1926, which was approved for voiding at Monday night's agenda meeting. And the second resolution is Resolution 10-2178 on page 8, based upon the recommendation in your statement, Freeholder Director, with regard to the voiding of this resolution. And in order to do so, a roll call vote would be required.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rio, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Belmonte,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios.
Yes.
Freeholder Scott.
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti,
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes.
And that's all the changes we have.
Now it's time to open up for public discussion resolutions that are on the agenda. Mayor, I'd like to call on you first to say a few words. Yeah.
On behalf of Middlesex Borough, I just want to thank the Freeholder Board for both agreements that you're looking at tonight. Number one, the agreement for fire prevention services with the county. I think it's will be very beneficial to both the county and the Borough of Middlesex, and it goes a long way to benefit the residents of Middlesex. And also for the other agreement, which is for the public health contract services through the county under Dave Pappy as your health officer, our health officer now. I'm very pleased with that agreement, and I think, again, it's in the best interest of our borough. And again, I would like to thank you for working on both those agreements.
Thank you, Mayor.
And I also want to wish all of you a happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else in the public?
Motion to close.
Any second?
Second.
Motion to close public portion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Does any Freeholder have any items on the agenda that they want to have voted on separately?
Yeah. I have a few. Freeholder Director, Resolution 10-2166, Resolution 10-2180, Resolution 10-2191, and Resolution 10-2196.
Anybody else? I have one that's Resolution 10-2182. Okay, Mr. Kelso?
Yes, Freeholder Director, a motion would be in order to adopt the consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 10-2106 through resolution 10-2217, including resolution 10-1926, which was previously held, and excluding resolution 10-1926 and 10-2178 to be voted upon separately, and Resolutions 10-2166, 2180, 2191, and 2196, and 2182 to be voted upon separately.
Okay, I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Palante,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios.
Yes.
Freeholder Scott,
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti,
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes.
Now, Freeholder Director, would be appropriate to consider the resolutions excluded by Freeholder Valenti. They would be Resolutions 10-2166, 2180, 2191, and 2196.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Barrett Palante. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Palante,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios.
Yes.
Freeholder Scott,
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti,
Present not voting.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes.
And now, finally, would be appropriate to consider Resolution 10-2182, excluded by the Director.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett Palante,
Yes.
Freeholder Rios.
Yes.
Freeholder Scott.
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti,
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Present, not voting. At this point in time, I'd like to open the meeting to the floor and anything whatsoever. Remember, there's a 5-minute rule.
I say ladies first, but we'll say reverse that this time. Thank you, Freehold Director. I was here last month, as you probably might remember, regarding the Liberty Gas pipeline. And obviously, we would have preferred for the freeholders to show maybe some leadership for the towns and to help the towns in their negotiations, but we understand your position as you go through this type of thing, and we want to urge you to monitor very careful. And I thought, you know, just so happens yesterday, this appeared in the New York Times, that a faulty weld is suspect in the rupture of pipeline. I'll just want to read the lead of the article. The natural gas pipeline that ruptured in September, killing 8 people and burning dozens of houses in a suburb south of San Francisco, may have had a badly welded seam in a stretch of pipe that was supposed to be seamless. The pipe has a 30-inch diameter, according to the records of Pacific Gas and Electric. It was seamless, but a part of it that was dug out of the ground had 2 edges matched up and welded together. I just read this because a couple of things. The pipeline that's being discussed is bigger than this, 36 inches as I understand it. It's going through an extremely densely populated area. Now, this development was built after the pipeline. So if there's a fault, I guess the developer that built it on top of a gas pipeline might be faulted. But in the case of Perth Amboy, if this pipeline were to be built through a densely populated area, I think we have to assume it's all of our faults for letting it happen. So I just wanted to call that to your attention and hope that you'll that we won't have to see an article like this ever written about anything in Middlesex County. And we want to wish you happy holidays on that note, and hope that we can move ahead in terms of making sure that this project doesn't occur as it's presently planned.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Cindy Ziff. I'm Executive Director of Clean Ocean Action, which is a coalition of groups throughout New Jersey and New York focused on protecting and improving the marine water quality throughout the region. And I, too, was here last month to raise concerns about the Liberty Natural Gas Project. I'd like to start off by wishing you all happy holidays and a really wonderful new year. We came to the meeting very encouraged by the original resolution that the freeholders were going to be considering, because it was It showed a great deal of responsible leadership to say that, you know, a pipeline of this magnitude should not be anywhere near a densely populated or industrial area. And we thought that that was very thoughtful, and that was very appropriate. So we were, of course, disappointed to learn that it was voided. We hope and expect that, as you know, hopefully next year and next month, that you will reconsider and actually take up the resolution. We understand you're wanting to provide the towns with their own opportunity to discuss these issues. However, you know, this is such a major project that has significant consequences for all of Middlesex County and the entire state of New Jersey that we hope that you will reconsider and take up the resolution. I'd just like to say a couple of points about it. As, you know, we did first bring this to the freeholders' attention in April. But, you know, that the pipeline is not only a threat, again, to the people of the towns affected, Perth, Amboy, Woodbridge, and Carteret, but it is bad for the entire region and the state. The project would facilitate liquefied natural gas importation from a tanker farm off Vasbury Park. The pipeline would come up through the Jersey Shore, through some very significant and important fisheries areas, coming into the bay, which has come back so much from all of your good works, and still has some ways to go, but the Raritan Bay is coming back. And then the pipeline would hit the land and then come into our communities. So just the physical of destruction of habitat and is very invasive. It's also very expensive. Liquefying natural gas, shipping across the ocean and bringing it, it's all foreign made and brought to the United States, so it's very expensive. And communities that are dependent on liquefied natural gas have higher fuel bills, like up in New England. And again, as I did mention, it's foreign. The countries that are producing this are often not very friendly with the United States, and we're all about generating energy independence, not becoming addicted on another foreign fossil fuel. It's also dirty. The whole life cycle of getting the natural gas, liquefying it, bringing it across the oceans in giant tankers, then reheating it, getting it into a pipeline again, is very energy intensive, which makes it more like coal in terms of a carbon footprint than our own domestic natural gas, which we get right from our region here. So again, it really defeats and goes against so much of the good work that Middlesex County has done to green up the energy. So again, you know, we do have a lot of detailed information. Clean Ocean Action didn't start off opposed to liquefied natural gas. We did do a lot of extensive research, which we would like to make available to the freeholders, and have talked with Freeholder Ruffino about setting up a meeting to talk with you about the research that we've done, provide you with the sources that we got. We have over 400 footnotes in a 70-page paper that investigative report that we did. So we have done our homework on this. This is really against everything that we want to see moving forward in terms of an energy agenda, and it really goes against the public. So, you know, as disappointed as we are, we stand to work with you and hopefully bring this up very early in the next year. Thank you.
I just want to reinforce, if I can, we
Sure.
are all concerned about the safety of our
Right.
residents. Don't misinterpret that.
No, I think your opening remarks,
Right.
and is there a way that I could get your opening remarks on that? Because I thought they did provide also some thoughtful, you know, statements about how you know, you agree that it directly impacts on the health, and I think, you know,
Sure.
just because I couldn't take notes fast enough. Shorthand is not my strength.
Sure.
Thank you, and I'll call Margaret.
Okay, thanks.
Good evening. Not to beat a dead horse, again, with liquefied natural gas, I'm Bill Schultz, the Raritan Riverkeeper. Both the Perth Amboy City Council and the Woodbridge Environmental Commission have both taken stands against this project. They looked at the merit or lack of merit of the project and decided this was not what they wanted in their communities. The fact that the municipalities are now going into negotiations with this large corporation, one of the fears that comes to my mind is that now the financial end of the project is going to overshadow the public safety factor and all the other concerns that have been expressed by the other speakers. I'm really disappointed that the freeholders voided this resolution. I had hoped that you folks would have taken the lead and saw that there are more than just the financial concerns that need to be considered here. And to me, when a business administrator negotiates with a corporation, that's the dollars taking the high line, and not the other considerations that need to be considered in this project. I hope that you will reconsider in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else from the public?
Motion to close.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Deputy Director Rios, seconded by Freeholder Valente. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Meeting adjourned.